Hola, this is Ghetto Cat. Welcome to episode number 4 of The Dirt Sheet. This episode's called The Kate Chronicles. We're going to be delving into the Kate Jones controversy. That's right, the Kate Jones controversy. She made a statement here in the last episode in regards to where she stands and about some of the people. That's right, we're going to play that clip here on The Dirt Sheet. Then we're going to take a little commercial break after that, and then we're going to bring in her legal counsel. That's right, her legal counsel is here today to answer some of the questions and make yet another formal statement on behalf of Kate Jones, the current HCW Women's World Champion. So there's so much to be said and looked at during this program in regards to this, particularly the actions and consequences. It's just mind-boggling that this woman ain't in jail. So get ready, here it comes, the Kate Jones clip. And welcome to episode 4, the Kate Chronicles.
How do I feel? First of all, Liberty was an overhyped cheerleader, and the only thing she was ever a sweetheart at was at the backseat of many cars and a room at the Motel 6. This was where her real talents lie, and not the ring. Me knocking her senseless was the best thing, not only for her, but the business. Unfortunately, that old goat Saunders didn't see it that way. He pulled me from my appearances, shows, etc. Why? I was the real deal. Me, Kate Jones, not some Hollywood prostitute who shakes her behind to get ahead. The permanent suspension from HCW, what a joke. I think Saunders is using his own product a little too much, if you know what I mean. It's clouding his judgment. Also, him running for mayor of Hollywood, which reality is he living in? Let's see here, Saunders, you idiot. You forgot I'm still your HCW Women's Champion. You didn't strip it from me. So by the rights of the contract I signed, you still haven't gotten rid of me yet, you moron. This lifetime ban may be in that cesspool that you call California. But I got the title and the rest of the world to defend it in. Also, if my deadbeat ex-husband Cobra is listening or watching or whatever you guys are doing, I have a few choice words for you too, buddy. Thank you for not supporting me and ruining the relationship I had with our daughter Madison by poisoning her with all those lies. You and Saunders both belong in the bottom of the Pacific with cement shoes. To sum this all up now that I have vented, Saunders, Cobra, and the rest of HCW, you haven't heard or seen the last of Kate Jones. Mark my words on it. Somewhere, someplace, it will be my time and you will feel my wrath. This is far from over. I'm not going quietly, guaranteed. Yes, everyone, the pleasure was and is all yours.
Hey, this is Elgato. Welcome back to The Dirt Sheet. In studio, we have Nigel McGuinness, Kate Jones' attorney here. Welcome to the show, Nigel. Hello. Thanks for having me there, Ghetto Cat. Should be a very interesting time here. I think you should get right to reading Kate's statement, and let's move on. I agree. So, statement by Kate Jones. I will be reading it here. First of all, I'd like to thank Ghetto Cat for letting me air my opinion and views in an honest forum and not one filled with judgmental idiots. I would have liked to appear in person, but due to legal issues and other personal appearances, I could not. For this, I apologize for and promise you, Ghetto Cat, that when things get more cleared up in my schedule, I will make an appearance on your show. Well, thank you, Kate. Looking forward to it and having you part of the show and really getting down to the issues with you. Excuse me. So, moving on here. So, here it goes. Many of you in HCW are my friends. Many of you in this promotion know me pretty darn well. Many of you have cheered for me, or worked with me, or supported me, and now every one of you thinks they have a good reason to be critical of me. I want to say to each of you, simply and directly, I am not sorry for my actions in regards to what transpired between myself and Liberty. I know people want to find out how I could be so aggressive and straightforward in my actions. People also want to know how I could have done these things to Liberty in particular. And while I have always tried to be a private person, there are some things I want to say. First of all, many of you, especially my friends, that think my behavior has been a personal and professional disappointment, I think you should not worry about me at all if I have made you severely disappointed in me and question who I am and how I have done the things I did. I am not embarrassed that I have put you in this position, as you should not put yourself there, but be on my side and believe in me. For all that has transpired in this incident, I am not sorry. I have nothing to atone for. I know my actions were not wrong. I am convinced that the normal rules don't apply here. In this male-dominated industry, I thought only about myself and how big of an impact I can make, as this is the only way for me to get ahead. I ran straight through those boundaries that we need to operate by. I knew then, like I know now, whatever I want to do, I can. I feel that I have worked hard my entire career and deserve to enjoy all that is entitled to me. The money, fame, and recognition I have worked so hard and sacrificed so many years for. I was not wrong. I was not foolish. I do get to play by different rules. The same boundaries that apply to everyone don't apply to me anymore. And that comes with many years of blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifice. But there are issues I really want to discuss. Some people have made up things that never happened. They said I used performance-enhancing drugs, that have possibly messed with my mind, and could have caused me to do what I did. This is completely and utterly false. Some have written things about my family. They didn't do anything. I did. I always have tried to maintain a private space for my daughter. I keep my personal life separate from my sponsors, wrestling, and my commercial endorsements. When my daughter was born, we only released photographs so the paparazzi, could not chase them. As I move forward and start to bring the statement to an end, I would like to thank my true friends that have supported me through this unjust debacle, which it truly is. I have received many thousands of emails, letters, and phone calls from people expressing good wishes. To everyone who has reached out to me and my daughter, thank you. Your encouragement means the world to us. To end this, I'd like to say I do plan to return to HCW one day. I just don't know when that day will be or in what capacity, but mark my words, I'm coming back with a vengeance. When I do return, my behavior will still be the same aggressive style it is today, going after what I want, whenever I want, no matter who's in my way. With all this said, thank you for your time, and yes, everyone, the pleasure was and still is all yours. Sincerely, your HCW Ladies World Champion, the Empire, Kate Jones. Well, that explains a lot. Some pretty bold statements were made. So after this short commercial break, we're going to get right into the issues with Kate's legal representative here in studio, Nigel McGuinness. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the Dirt Sheet here. once again, we heard prior to this beginning of the show, well, at the beginning of the show, sorry, we heard Kate's original statement on her views about some HCW stars, the promoter, her ex-husband, and things like that. And then I just finished reading a statement she wanted to present herself, but due to other contractual obligations and pending legal issues, she could not be here. She apologized for that. So, Kate, no problem. Like I said, door's always welcome for you. But we have Nigel McGuinness, her legal counsel. Once again, thank you, Nigel, for being here. Well, let's get right to it, Nigel. The issues between Kate and Liberty, in ring, outside the ring. Wow. Crazy, 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 I tell you. But still, I feel it should have been kept in the ring. She rear-ended her, sent her flying 50 feet through a 7-Eleven window, man. She broke her nose, orbital bone in her eye, ribs, leg. This girl was in traction for at least 6 months. That's 6 months of her career gone, Kate's still champion, okay? So she can't wrestle in California or wrestle. She's got the rest of the world, And these other issues and these other injuries, Liberty, I think, is, gone, It's... Kate's lucky just not to be in jail right now. So these issues and statements she said there, Nigel, that, wow, my actions were not wrong. I'm convinced that I don't have to play by the same rules. What do you have to say about that? Or are you at liberty to say anything about that there, Nigel? Well, hello. G'day, Kate. Again, thanks for having me. Oh, Kate, I don't know. I've been expressed, some views. I had many chats with her. We're not at liberty to say too much, but not too little. So, in regards to your questions, in this male-dominated industry we're looking at, women nowadays have to make an impact in this profession, and Liberty was just the poor innocent victim of what needed to be done. And when we look at it, what can we say? Kate's Kate. She'll do what she wants. She's strong-willed, hot-headed, and I admire her for that. But, she knows her boundaries. She knows what she needs to do. But, those accusations that were out there, sort of there, about her doing performance-enhancing drugs, those were not, founded in factual base. So I'm here to address those that, there was nothing going on with her. She's 100% healthy, ready to go. She's been defending the belts. She's been doing her commercials, her endorsements. Let me tell you, Kate's Kate. She's rolling. She's like it was said in the statement. She's got fan support. She's got commercial support. Liberty, you're just a drop in the bucket. Nobody cared. Go back to the Motel 6 or Sunset Strip where you belong and just get out of our way, eh? And just drop all this nonsense. And in regards to the California State Commission, I have reissued an application for Kate Jones to be reinstated to wrestle in the state of California. There will be a hearing soon in regards to this. Also, I have put legal action against Colonel Holly Sanders for his ill-gotten suspension. I also say unfounded suspension, because due to a contract, he could not suspend Kate Jones from the promotion for this outside of the ring activity. If he'd read his own contract that he made up, he could only suspend her for if she broke her contract and other contractual obligations. She did not. She should fulfill all her contractual obligations for her appearances and her matches. So, Sanders, you got an issue right now with that. And him running for mayor, he's he needs to get out. He should worry about his own legal problems, never running for mayor. You didn't hear it from me, but hey, he's has his hand in the underworld somehow, peddling substances. Let me tell you right now, not too happy what we've been hearing here. All right, Nigel, thank you for that right now. We'll be back right after the break. Hey, welcome back to the Dirt Sheet here. Well, we've been having quite the conversation with Nigel McGuinness here, Kate Jones' attorney here. We're touching on the Kate Jones incident. That's why we've called this episode the Kate Jones Chronicles. Her and Liberty had quite the rivalry, and it ended up in what you can say maybe a melodramatic tragedy. But it is what it is. Another issue we'd like to move on to here, Nigel, is Kate Jones and her family. She was talking about her family issues and her daughter and her ex-husband and things like that's been going on. Can you, let me rephrase that, will you, or are you even at liberty to speak about such? Well, let me tell you, get a cat. Kate is a private person. She likes to be flamboyant. She likes to be out there, when it comes to her work. But outside of her work, she likes being a private person. Alright, let's take a look at this. Her and her ex-husband, that mouse fellow there, the Cobra, that washed up husband there, in HCW. Yes, they were once married. We're not going to take it away from him. She said it was some good years, some bad years, but they relatively got along. Until this particular incident, and, things got a little personal and out of hand. Kate had a really good relationship with her daughter Madison, and let me tell you, things were going great until this episode, and her ex-husband started feeding her head full of innuendos and accusations that started causing, how can you say, friction between the two of them, mother and daughter, and that's not right. So at the moment, I'm at liberty to say there is some problems there between Madison and Kate, but give it time. Things will pass and things will be back to normal. And Cobra, just you got your own issues there. Especially since you've been tied to Liberty and all sorts of, extramarital malfeasance. So you just better keep your nose clean, boy, because let me tell you, we're coming after you too in many ways. Okay, Nigel. Thank you for that statement. So time has passed, since the episode. Sounds like Kate's doing good. Can you talk about some of the projects Kate's doing right now? Well, she's been doing some, obviously you've seen some of her commercials for soft drinks. She's got her own makeup line. She's got a clothing line coming right out. She's doing really well for herself. And she's really showing the world that, what? When the world gives you lemons, you make some lemonade, and she's moving on. She ain't hurting at all by this, and let me tell you, the only person persons and people that are hurting from this is you Saunders, you Cobra, and HCW, because let me tell you, in reality, Kate Jones does not need you, and she's doing really, really well. Furthermore, everybody's been sending their encouraging emails and phone calls and everything else under the sun. So you know what? Things aren't all that bad as people make it to seem. And you know what? That video camera that was set up there, it wasn't even working. It could have been anybody. But you know what? It is what it is. Kate's on top of the world, looking down at the rest of everybody else. She knows she's the best in the world, and we're going to keep it that way. I, as her legal counsel and co-management, has signed her to a movie deal coming up. She'll be appearing, special guest here, also appearing in some television series coming up, not only in England, but in New York as well. I heard, I don't know if I can say it. Come on, Nigel, give us some. Don't tease us with a taste. Could it be, a soap opera maybe? No, okay, I'll give you this little bit of soundbite here. It's a legal drama on a leading network. She will be playing a lead character on one of these shows being filmed in New York right now. What are you telling me? Kate Jones is going to be on Law and Order? Oh, no. I'm not telling you that. I'm not dropping hints. I'm not dropping innuendos. I'm just saying she's going to be on one of these drama series, law drama series. That is it. Nothing else. All right, Nigel. That great in-depth info on what's happening with Kate, and seems like she's doing really fine. All right, it's time to take another little break, so we'll be back right after this message from the HCW Shop Zone. Welcome back to the Dirt Sheet. All right, we have Nigel McGuinness here as our guest, Kate Jones, legal counsel. Okay, moving quite along here. Been again looking at the statement here, Nigel. These rules that Kate says that the normal rules don't apply here or to her. Would you like to elaborate? What normal rules, abnormal rules? Where's she going with this? Like, I'm kind of puzzled, and maybe you can enlighten us with that. Well, I like to put it like this. Kate has always been playing by everybody else's rules, putting her blood, sweat, tears into it all, and what has it gotten her? Everybody's turned against her, belittled her, holding her back and pulling her down and trying to bum steer her career, in a wrong way. So no longer does she feel the normal rules apply to her. So what she's going to do is play by her own rules. What she wants, she goes after, no matter what or whether she has to run over. It's simple as that now, because let me tell you, she's made many a sacrifice. She's currently trying to repair a relationship with her daughter that somebody else caused a rift in. Look at her career. People tried harming her career. So what I'm trying to tell you is, and she's trying to put out there with this statement, is no, we're not going to sit back and take this nonsense. I'm going to go out and I'm going to kick ass any way I have to just to make a living here. And let me tell you, you got in my way, I'm going to run you over. Simple as that. Wow. Okay, Nigel. Okay. Well, yeah. That's pretty aggressive and straightforward, like she says in her statement here. So I don't know. I'm getting pretty perplexed here. She's certainly caught my attention, and I can't wait to have her on the show live one day. Oh, I'm sure she said in a statement there, okay, that she'd love to be here, and we're definitely going to make it a point to have her here on the show, and, we'll make it happen. When the time is right, we'll show up. Okay, well, that's great. I feel pretty positive. I think that would be a game changer, actually, having Kate here. But it's also nice to have you here as well. So she's done things to Liberty, again, I don't know how you kept her out of jail, and what that's a mystery to me. While she isn't facing any legal issues or charges have been laid, that to me was pretty wow. It's like, can you say something about that? Well, okay. As her attorney, I just legally did my job that I was retained to do. In reality, some things are pending still in our legal system right now, but you know what? Give it a little bit of time, it'll go away. And like I said, Kate's coming out smelling like a rose. No problem, So just keep focused on Kate and her wonderful career and what a wonderful person she is, Okay, so, she, thousands of emails, people are getting a hold of her, but this performance enhancing drug thing, like what's that all about? Like we've had problems here. Well, Gal there's been some tabloid bullshit and some other things going on, that have been accused Kate that she's been doing performance enhancing drugs to help her physique. She doesn't need nothing like that. And like other athletes, not to mention any names, Hulk Hogan and some of these other ones that had to take this, Kate did not have to. She's physically 100% natural. So these accusations that, she's been taking these substances and you know what? And that affected her mind judgment, her mindset, and it caused her to go over the deep end. And that would possibly cause this to happen in the beginning. Well, totally unfounded. It's a bunch of bull. And you know what? We've handled these paparazzi and these other foolish reporters. We have limited engagements with these reporters, and you know what? If they want their credentials back, they'll know to smarten and act up and act professional and stop printing unfounded innuendos about Kate and her career. Otherwise, no more interviews for these folks. Alright, pretty straightforward there, Nigel. Looking at the statement here again, I think I might have touched on a little bit, but I want to further get into this here about Kate and her family, and you touched slightly about her relationship with how her and Cobra were together. They still had a great friendship still after this, whatever, okay. But after this incident, okay, what particularly were the issues? Like, I know, like there's been between Cobra and then the stuff with Maddie, but what? Can you shed some light on what underlying things she was talking about besides the obvious? Enlighten us, Nigel. Well, it was to say that Ghetto Cat, after this incident, Kate was suspended. She was upset, She obviously sought legal counsel by me, as usual, her legal counsel. And we sat down and devised a strategy. But going back to this family issue, there were threats made against Kate at one time. And her daughter was being bullied at school because of this, and because of the innuendos of drugs and other things happening, and threats were made at being against Madison, and she was a little frightened to even, walk their little dog, the little Chihuahua dog, in the yard, play ball with it. A child should not have to fear going into their own backyard. But this child did. It sent her a panic, gave her anxiety, and these paparazzi freaks, they should have just minded their own P's and Q's. Madison did not have anything to do with this. She's innocent, so you all have to keep your distance. Y'all are just sadist freaks that just get off on this crap making your nonsense up. So Kate, as I mentioned before, is a private person. She's outspoken, outgoing when it comes to her career and when she's doing her business activities. But when it comes to being a mother and a private person, she likes being quiet. She likes having a quiet time. And when she's having a quiet time with her family, that's the way it has to be and the way she likes it. None of this garbage people, But as time went on, people really saw the light, came to Kate Jones's aid, and hey, she's got a lot of support, and everything's getting back to normal, just the way we like it. Wow, so it caused a lot of heat there, eh? Yeah, well, we're in Hollywood, and that's the way it goes. Die by the heat. Play with the knife, play with fire, get burned, man. Play with the knife, get stabbed, Swing the sword, get sliced, buddy. I don't personally like it myself, being a broadcast journalist here at HCW and other parts of the world. So I like being objective, but I like telling both sides of the story. That's why I like, giving Kate here the opportunity here to air her issues out. Unfortunately, it was with you. I've enjoyed having you here, but I wish Kate were here. Oh, don't worry about that, Ghetto Cat. We'll definitely set you up. And Kate and I thank you for this opportunity very, very, very much to have us here on the dirt sheet here to set things straight. All right, it's been interesting having Kate Jones's attorney here. I'd like to thank Nigel McGuinness, but before I do, thank you, Nigel. No problem, Mike. Okay, so there is one more piece of business I'd like to say and go over with you, Nigel, before we end the show. And this piece of business here, I guess it's in the last paragraph. She ends this by saying she plans to return to ECW one day. She just don't know when that day will be or in what capacity, but mark her words, she's coming back and coming back with a vengeance. Wow, it's pretty bold, like, same aggressive style, like, coming back to HCW, is that even possible? Like, under these suspensions and legal pending goings on here, Nigel. Well, let me tell you one thing here, Ghetto Cat, here in these final moments to show you that, Kate Jones has full intentions of returning to Hollywood Championship Wrestling. We don't know what capacity. Like I said, don't know what capacity, or she wants to wrestle. You never know. She might even buy the whole thing from Saunders. You never know. Saunders might just disappear. With all, anything could happen, eh? Well, but mark my words, Kate's a woman with a mission. What she wants, Kate's been getting. I'm just here along for the ride like everybody else is to help her get what she wants. She says she's coming back to HCW. She is coming back. How? When? We just don't know yet, but mark her words, like she said, mark her words, she will be back. And when she does, I'll tell you this, the pleasure will be and still is all yours wherever Kate Jones appears. It's always a pleasure, and it's always her fans' pleasure. They totally enjoy her. All right here, folks, that was Nigel McGuinness. We're just finishing up a few issues. Once again, thank you, Kate Jones. Doors open for you to show up. Thank you, Nigel McGuinness, Kate Jones' legal attorney here. I'd like to bring him back for another show here in the future, if that's okay with you, Nigel, about some other things going on here. How do you feel about that? Well, Ghetto Cat, totally. We'd all totally enjoy that, coming back and doing another segment with you. And it's been a pleasure being here with you, talking about the Kite Jones controversy and the Kite Chronicles. But I'll tell you, we're on a roll, Kite's on a roll, pleasure's all yours. And let me tell you, if Kite Jones were in Hollywood, she'd be the mayor of Hollywood, not that has-been drug-dealing idiot Saunders. Wow. Okay, Nigel. You gotta watch yourself before you get some slander there, buddy. Alright, once again, that was Nigel McGuinness, Kate Jones' attorney. And yes, the pleasure has been all yours, as this has been another edition of HCW Dirt Sheet. Till next time, bye-bye.